a treat in store for you, I want you all to know. We're going back many years to the days of long ago, when songs I sang were popular, a treat to every ear. So now we'll start with one of the best. She's a lass from Lancashire. She's a lassie from Lancashire, just a lassie from Lancashire. She's a lassie I love so dear, oh so dear. Though she dresses in clogs and shawl, she's the prettiest of them all. None could be fairer or rarer than Sarah, my lass from Lancashire. Has anybody here seen Kelly? K-E-L-L-Y. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Find him if you can. He's as bad as old Antonio. Let's be all time Romeo. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly from the Isle of Man. Has anybody here seen Florrie? F-O-R-D-E. Has anybody here seen Florrie? Find her if you can, for she's not all skin and bony. And you bet it's all her only. Has anybody here seen Florrie? Florrie from the Isle of Man.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen here, you are walking with 4 legs.
Having a knee problem for over 2 years now. I went for an operation about 1 year ago, and up till now, I've not been healed. I've been suffering. I can't walk and do any other thing.
I lift you high, Lord, because you are the same yesterday, today, and forever. And may my Lord Jesus Christ show up tonight. And everyone shall know that God is God of miracles, signs, and wonders. Gentlemen, Jesus make you whole. Walk, walk, walk. Clap your hands.
From 12 to 18th of August, be there. The address is Hippodrome Building, Chichester Road, Manchester, Warwick Park Street. And that is where I will meet you for 7 good days. Be there and your life will not be the same.
Special preacher Gilbert Dare has been extradited to Kenya to face child trafficking charges. His appeal over the extradition request was rejected by a UK court. He has been on the list of most wanted persons for human trafficking.
Criminal charges of rape. We've also had child trafficking as well as sexual assault.
Well,
Hello, my name's Sid Farai. We're here at the Hulme Hippodrome. This is Hulme, Manchester. I was born and raised here, which has led me to want to do something for this Grade 2 listed beautiful building. Look it up on Wikipedia. The Hulme Hippodrome is very well known. On that stage there, Nina Simone played. What we're doing here is squatting the Hippodrome, occupying the building. When I think of squatting, I genuinely think of the medieval priests in the 1500s, as far back as used to take some of their congregation, and they would forcefully take a building, but they weren't doing any kind of violent means. They were there to provide a community centre, and they were there to provide a space for people to learn, which has always been something underdeveloped and always something required. Space has always been required. Economic decisions in this country lead there to being more of the unnecessary developments for the rich and less of the important things that come under the heading of social planning, social things like community centres, libraries, even swimming baths. Some of these things are severely underfunded, so squatting extends to getting in the way of unnecessary development, but it also provides housing for people who definitely need it. And to me, its end goal is to provide the services and the space for people to come together. Across the world, squats are places where people meet, where there is music and ideas exchanged. Here in Manchester, or here in England, we run under the vein of TvAAs, or temporary autonomous art spaces, which is the term that's sort of come to be developed by everybody that takes over a building and turns it into a community centre. A temporary autonomous space is autonomous space run by the people. There's an art space because it's a free exchange of ideas, and it's temporary because it turns up into buildings that are highlighted as being needed and highlighted as being about to be destroyed. So you'll get a lot of pubs that are turned into libraries, venues. We're just trying to make this bring it into a playhouse again.
We're just here putting on some punk for what the people want.
Trying to bring the community together.
Which is our original aim.
Hulme is where the heart is.
Yeah, we absolutely love Hulme, and we're here in the Hulme Hippodrome, which you've seen a lot of, obviously. Yep. And you've seen the bands. We're just out here checking donations. If anyone asks us about the cause of squatting, we'll completely tell them. We need to tell people about the cause of squatting as well, don't we?
Yeah, the cause of squatting. Trying to help the homeless, bring them off the streets. Trying to take use of empty buildings.
Unify the people.
Beautiful buildings such as this Hippodrome.
Force rent down.
Force rent down. Housing is a right.
So the main focus of the squatting movement in Manchester, I've seen it has been, in the past year, it has taken a massive rise, and always before that, is not that we are vulnerable people who are taking refuge, it's that we are people helping each other. Some of us might be vulnerable, but together we are strong. On the streets, people are addicts, people have mental health issues, but we've proved time and time again that to come together can provide a distraction and a relief from addiction, from loneliness, and it can also help people get back with the right kind of guidance from people who've had experience on the streets. We've managed to get people back into housing, we've managed to get people into drug rehabilitation programs, we've managed to form musical connections. lifelong partnerships just come from people becoming together. People just finally find a community for themselves with squatting. Also, a massive part of it is refugee help. When people come over and they haven't got any papers, asylum seekers. I've met so many interesting people with some interesting life stories. Also, at the moment, there's a historical time for squatting because more and more people from different walks of life are getting into it. That's why there's so much potential, because we have engineers, we have medical people in our teams, we have plumbers and electricians. What really needs, the movement really needs, is for the average person, the average citizen to get involved. If everybody got involved and nobody refused to pay ridiculous housing prices, then the government would have to put down council tax. They would have to give us more time to ourselves, more social time. They would have to charge less money for the invaluable flats that they already have, the terrible things. If everybody got involved and they saw that it was a real reaction to real bad issues in the world and the economy at the time, then there really would be a real change in housing and the way that the city is set up. So yeah, addiction, lonely people, refugees, and average normal citizens can all be helped through squatting.